So today we are installing a AEM water methanol injection system here on the Foxbody, but I got too far. One thing I've really done is make me some L brackets here. I'm planning on sticking it back here in the trunk. They must stick it right here next to the battery. Everything here all nice together, plus everything's on the passenger side to help distribute the weight. So as far as in the box, obviously you just saw the tank. Got you some line here. This will go from your tank to your pump and all the way up to the front of the motor. Got you some vacuum lines. The wiring kit. The controller. You can see where the vacuum and your wiring plugs into. And you got some more connector. I believe this goes right into the tank for the low fluid level. Got your nozzles here. This will actually go into your intake here, your charge pipe. Like some sort of protector put against the sharp part of the car. Oh, in here I have it open. It looks like got some wiring, some connectors and zip ties. And you got the manual. Been going through the manual, kind of looking at it, see the best place I can put the tank and pump and all. Came with a bunch of hardware. Last but not least, the pump. Still need to figure out where I'm going to mount that. Alright, so here's the tank. It's a 1.15 gallon. It's not a real big tank, but we'll see how it does. If we need to upgrade bigger, we'll upgrade bigger. So my whole idea is to put the tank right here, but still clears the hatch door and all. Alright, so according to the instructions, the tank and the pump should be lower than the nozzle on the charge pipe. So with the tank here, and I'll probably put the pump here on the side, where I might stick it laying down. I'm not sure it'd be safe laying down or not. Be something I need to look into. But I'm looking for everything. The tank, the pump, it's got to be the lowest point. If not, you'll have your methanol and or water going right into the throttle, or being sucked into the charge pipe. Yeah, you don't want that. So I'm pretty sure I have to look in. I'll put the tank right here, and it'll be good. It'll still be a low point. So I remade me some brackets. We'll go on something like this. Bolt it down. Picked this up at Home Depot. About 10 bucks, I think what it was. 8-10 bucks. Had enough to make 2 brackets. We'll bolt it on. We'll kind of get an idea where we can put it here on the side. Kind of probably have to go up underneath this panel here. Secure it. Alright, so got the tank mounted. Got it nice and secure on the floor. Got it bolted up. Got the pump in. Got it sitting down here where the spare tire used to be. So it's sitting lower than the tank. Got it mounted. I've actually ran my first line already. We'll say is they did test this kit out before they packaged it all up, because there was some water left in the pump. All the hardware came with it. Got more than enough. What I need to do. So got some more line here. That's going to be running on the other side of the pump and going up front of the car. Another thing I want to mention too on the pump, it is pumps one direction. It's listed on the top. Not sure you can see it or not. But it only flows one direction. So come from the tank, pump, then front of the car. So stuff's pretty easy to cut. Got me a board here and a razor blade, and cuts to it just fine. So we're going to pop the other part of the hose in. Just pops in like so, and we'll run up to the front. Okay, so got the rest of the line and the engine bay. Not gonna do too much with it since we don't have any pipe yet. So got it ran. Kind of used the same spot where I ran my old wires before. Works pretty well. So got all that ran. So next we're gonna work on wiring. Kind of got started on a little bit here. Kind of just sort out what I need up here in the engine bay, or not engine bay, what I need up here, what wiring I need for up inside the car and whatnot. So got my list of wires that are gonna go straight to the back here for the pump, for the low fluid sensor, and pump, and the wiring for the battery and all. And battery, I do have power killed on the battery, so I got the switch there, just kills power to all. So I might do the same thing and run up that terminal, so it just kills everything in the car. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this ran inside, and I'll probably call it a night. Shouldn't be too much left to do. Wire it up and all, and should be able to test it out really. I'm gonna go ahead and put the controller in the glove box. It also comes with a little LED light. I haven't found in the kit yet. It must be one of the other bags I haven't opened yet. So I need to figure out where I want to mount that. I might put it on the dash there, but we'll figure that out once we get everything wired up. Alright, so progress report. Everything is wired up. I'll eventually get the rest of it all tightened up, cleaned up and all. But for right now, just got everything pretty much all wired up. I've already tested the system out. Does work. And one thing I need to do is some support, some sort of support here. It's a little wobbly, and it's got a little over a half gallon of water in it. Just flushing through everything. Go ahead and use the rest of the water out of this tank. But so far everything works. Still got that rat nest to go through. There's a lot of wiring I won't be using off the kit. I may use down the road, but for right now we're not going to be using them. I'm just going to tie it up and put it away for right now. So there's my hose, my gallon of water. When you flush your system, you want to make sure you use distilled water. Got this gallon of water from Walmart. It's like 90 cents. So gonna flush through that whole gallon of water through the lines. Well, more likely we'll have to do it again because we're going to have to cut this line again. But I'm not going to cut it yet till we get the charge pipe on. Still need to run the vacuum line. We're going to run it same location this pipe. This water line comes out. Probably going to tap it into the regulator there. The kit comes with a little T, so we're going to put it, splice it in between the regulator there and the tree. But this is pretty much almost done. Decided to do some cleaning up on the wiring where the old radio was. The previous owner had a system in it, so took out all the old wiring, don't need it, got rid of it, and make sure everything's nice and clean. We'll probably finish the rest of the wiring up once I get the new cluster in. Do plan on switching that out. I haven't decided which cluster I'm going to use yet, but once we get the new cluster, we're going to clean the rest of this wiring up. What wiring we don't need, get rid of it. But I'm going to show you how this kit works. But definitely need to make a support. I don't know if I want to make a bracket just go straight down to the floor, just where I have it bolted down, or have it go across, go into this. I really don't want to do this because it's not much more sturdier. So definitely need to do something to support this a little better. Get a little gallon. You got a gallon of water in it. It really moves around. But some of y'all probably say is how come I didn't move it further back? Well, reason because is I really don't want to start cutting into this. Yeah, I do plan on replacing this because it is, you know, a little aged. But I do plan on replacing a lot of the paneling in this car. If not, repaint it. And probably make my own custom board here to cover all this up. Make it kind of look a little stockish. But that's down the road. I'm gonna get the rest of this finished up, and we ain't really got much left to do on the car. Got some other pieces, more internal appearance type pieces. Do have a new shifter. That'll probably be the next thing I'll install. But we're getting close to getting turbo put on. Talked with Jay with the HPP. Should be right around 1st of May. We'll be able to get the car over there. So I need to get a hold of him. See, we're still on for that time. I know he's super busy and all. And on this controller, you probably will see it. It's got a button for test. We're just gonna hold it down. Just hold it down. It'll stop on its own. Oh. Alright guys, so it's pretty much all wrapped up. I can't say this is 100% install, only because the charge pipe is not in the car yet. I reinforced this bracket here. I pretty much just doubled up here. Got there a piece of aluminum, drilled it out, and doubled it up. It's a lot stiffer now, so I feel more confident with that. When I put a gallon of water, it was really moving around, so I feel more comfortable with the extra support here on the bottom. Inside of the car, gonna have the controller here in the glove box. Got everything tied away. Got some extra wiring here. Not gonna use right now. Maybe eventually in the future. It's got some fail-safe wire for fail-safe. I can use a solenoid. So I stick my my little light here. I'm assuming, I haven't really read the instructions. I'm assuming this is supposed to light up when I get low on fluid, or pretty much an air code light. Kind of like what's on the controller here. So I'm pretty sure that's what that's for. So I decided to stick it there. I'll be able to see it when I'm driving. I thought about sticking it up here, but it's pretty much a temporary place for right now, as I plan on replacing all this. May even take this out. May just put one, have one piece put in, but we'll figure that out later on once we get everything's done with the car. Just got the little kick panel back on. Got some wirings going across behind the car bed. I need to get some zip ties or something, just clean it up back there. I cleaned up a little bit of wiring back behind here. Took a lot of wiring that no longer needed, like for the old radio and all. Took all that out. This is the wiring diagram. It's really simple to follow, and was able to wire this up fairly simple. I just ran all my wiring across the kick panel here and straight up. Makes things really simple when you don't have a back seat. Alright, just give you a little rundown of what wires go where. Some of these wires are same color, some are a little bit different. For the tank here, got you a white and a brown wire here. And on the wiring that goes to the controller is brown and white. So that's pretty simple to wire up there. For the pump, the wiring is a little different. So the wiring off the pump, you got a red and a black. So your black wire will go into the orange wire into the harness, and your positive wire connects to the pink wire on the harness. And back here, I ran the positive and negative. So I ran my negative right here, and the positive right here off my switch. So when I pretty much everything is shut off in the car with the push rod switch here. Alright, for the little light here, got two wires. You got off the light, you got a red and a white. So the red wire is going to go right into the purple wire. The purple is the positive, and the white wire is going to go into the gray wire. And just splice those two together. I got some of these heat shrink type solder connectors, and they're like awesome. I really love them. So got a buddy that gave me like a little set of them. I've been using them a lot and been loving them. So I'm just gonna tuck that back there for now. Like I said, I plan on changing this out. Once I do that, get rid of that wiring nice and clean. But for right now, should be okay. So here's the nozzle that goes to it. You got two other nozzles or fittings, what you want to call it. that goes in it. So I'm gonna do some little study on this, and we see which one will fit my application the best, because they're all three different sizes. Support different horsepower ratings. You don't want to squirt too much meth in, and then you don't get a complete burn. It'll start missing and all, or hydrolock the motor. But I don't think you'll do that. I wouldn't think, but you never know. Hydrolocking is extremely bad. But guys, that's the nozzle to this. That's this last piece of the puzzle. Just cut the line down and pop. I have to read how it needs to be angled or not. But I'm assuming I'll probably right in here, because it has to be after the intercooler. After, if you're running a MAF, it has to be after the MAF. It's pretty much straight shot going to the throttle body there. For the vacuum line, it's not 100% yet, but I got it going up, going all the way over. Got coming over here. Maybe you can see that or not. I got it going right here. Splice it right into my my fuel regulator. So here's the T that came with the kit, but my hose on my fuel regulator, the inside diameter of the hose was too big, so it wouldn't make a good connection. So I had some more vacuum fittings I used. Probably isn't the best. I'll probably eventually change it out once I change this whole tree out, because it's a stock tree and all. And we'll get it fitting all the way up here, or we'll put a brass fitting in for it. But for right now, it's gonna work. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Unfortunately, I can't finish the kit, as like I said, the charge pipe's not in the car, but pretty much everything else is done with the car. Putting a nozzle in and cutting the hose down should be really simple. I'll probably add that in a video later on, have it tied to this video. But anyway guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it helps you out if you install a meth kit. What I just installed, the same brand on this car. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Be sure to leave a like. And until next time guys, I'll see y'all later.